Welcome back. My name is Busisiwe Mtapane. Tonight we are focusing on the recent High Court judgment which found that prosecuting people for smoking dagga in their own homes impinge on their constitutional right to privacy. But this does not mean that smoking weed is illegal, and the judgment will first have to be confirmed by the Constitutional Court. Nevertheless, Judge Dennis Davis said that anyone arrested for possession should be able to use his judgment to defend themselves in court. But the ink was barely dry on this judgment when Acting Police Commissioner Lieutenant General Khomotso Phalane said that police would appeal the judgment and arrest anyone who has possession of dagga.
Hi, I'm Karen, and I'm marching today because I need cannabis. I medically need cannabis, and if we could just legalize it, it would make it so much easier for all of us and so many of us that's struggling out there. Yeah, so that's why I'm marching today. I suffer from depression, and without cannabis, I can't handle society, and I need it. It's not something that everyone knows about me, but yeah, that's why I need it.
My name is Princess Tometsi, and this is my third year that I'm walking, and I'm walking on behalf of a friend of mine. She's a cancer survivor. She had chemo twice, and she had a breast removed because of growth and stuff, and the only thing that helped her and assisted her throughout the whole process was to sift ganja in her tea, and she used to drink it. Well, she still does. I mean, and smokes, she drinks tea, and it got me thinking, you know. So today I'm supporting Anna, and this is my Alice in Wonderland impersonation, and I'm like, you know, eat me, drink me. So I'm serving tea. I mean, you know, it's always tea time in Wonderland. That's it.
But we're trying to bring as much noise, as much light as we can possible through different outlets such as media, such as yourself, such as TV, such as newspapers, to try and show that we're not afraid, we're not scared of the police. We're not scared of the big government sitting up there. We're here to fight for our people, for our unity, because the amount of contribution, this herb can save the country. But now, because it's been stated it's illegal, because large corporations can't make money off it, or it's easy to make money for the police off it. So, like, there's such a stigma behind it. We're just trying to break it. We're trying to, like, make noise. Like, if all of us get at the chanting, you can hear us from Observatory through southern suburbs. So we want people to hear us there as well, and then when driving past, we want everyone just to be able to see us. So it's not hundreds of people, not thousands, tens of thousands. We want to get millions of people across the whole country, and then that's what this march is here for. This is the strongest social front for legalization of cannabis in South Africa, especially from a social perspective, and now moving over to economic perspective to actually try and help this country out.
I'm aware that it's an annual event. How long have you been doing it?
Well, it started off in the year 2000 by Andre Duplessis, but over the past 4 years it's doubled. Like 3 years ago we had 15,000, last year 30,000. This year we're expecting 40 to 70,000 people to come up.
We are standing here with the dagga couple. Hello guys, how are you doing this morning?
Hello, we're doing great. It's so excellent to be in Cape Town.
Could you please tell us a little bit about yourselves and what the dagga couple is all about?
My name is Myrtle Clark, and I'm one half of the dagga couple, and we are fighting for the legalization of cannabis in South Africa, and we also run an NGO called Fields of Green for All, and we also help people when they're arrested on dagga charges.
That's quite a full day. Yeah, no, we're busy people. This is our full-time job. We left our real jobs years ago and now we travel the country and actually travel the world promoting South African cannabis use. And we are here in Cape Town to celebrate I think it's about the 12th Cannabis March. And since we were here the last time, there's been a judgment in the Western Cape High Court, one of the first of its kind in the history of the judiciary, and we're here to celebrate the fact that very, very soon we believe cannabis will become legal in South Africa.
Okay, those were the visuals from the Cape Town annual Cannabis Walk. In studio today, we are joined by Andrew Stoller, who is joining us from the Anti-Drug Alliance. Welcome and thank you for joining us.
Thank you for having me.
All right. Just to reiterate, the use of dagga is still illegal, and anyone found in possession of it or using the drug in their home will still be prosecuted. The judgment still has to be confirmed by the Constitutional Court and then referred to Parliament for the law to change. And apparently it takes about 2 years for the Parliament to change the laws. But Andrew, in terms of cannabis, legalizing it, I believe as an alliance, you guys are pro legalization, right?
We are. We work a lot. We have a treatment program, and so we work with drug addicts on a daily basis. Mm-hmm. And the stigma around cannabis and the criminalization of it is causing more problems for people than is necessarily required.
All right. But now you were quoted in one of the country newspapers, I think it was the Daily Dispatch, where you said marijuana is an exit drug? Or?
There's results coming out of the United States where it's been legal now for a while, where experimentation with using cannabis as an exit drug for alcoholics, all right, as a substitute, and for people suffering from addictions to heroin and opiates. The opiate problem in the United States as a result of painkillers and various other pharmaceutical medications is getting exponentially out of hand. Mm. In order to substitute, because heroin is always, or the opiates are always needed to have a substitute like naltrexone or methadone to be something to be able to use as compensation for not being able to take the heroin. We're now finding that there's beneficial results coming out of research in the States as far as actually using cannabis, which is far less damaging to one's health and far less of a need for that person to be able to constantly always be able to have.
All right. Currently, within the alternative health movement, there's a lot of support for cannabis, saying that it treats a number of various diseases. In South Africa, has there been any research made into that?
That there is only just starting to be research done. The problem and why the legalization, why from an anti-drug alliance organizational point of view is that we're excited by this ruling, is that it now allows people to actually be able to do the research around all of these issues in a South African context. The international research for the benefits of medical marijuana is overwhelming.
All right, all right. Now, when it comes to the people that you see and give the counsel to, do you recommend this as something they can use?
Not at all.
You don't recommend
it? Really actually just boils down to, so the way we work as an organization, or as far as our treatment program works, is that it is very different from the traditional methodology which recognizes that addictions is a disease. Mm. We say that it is a condition and it is treatable through management. Every individual that comes to us has a different set of circumstances that has led them to the point where they are abusing substances. People that you're seeing on the marches there, yes, are not necessarily abusing, but are recreational users of the substances. Mm-hmm. So it really depends on individual basis as to what the background of the individual is and how much emotional pain they are suffering. And the benefit, one of the major benefits of medical marijuana is its ability to relieve pain. It relieves emotional pain as well.
Apparently so. But it's still more tests to be done, right?
There's a lot more testing in a South African context that needs to happen, but with it being still illegal, there are no organizations that are allowed to possess it in order to be able to actually be able to do any of the researching, and that is where the stumbling block is happening currently. Mm-hmm.
Now, with the conversation going on within our communities, some people being pro and others being anti, last words to the listeners. From you guys, from your angle, what would you say are some of the most important aspects we need to look at when it comes to legalizing marijuana in South Africa?
Everything needs to be done in moderation. As soon as something is used on a too regular basis, then you have to look at the reasons why you are needing to medicate in that kind of a way, and it's around your lifestyle and the patterns of the emotions that are happening within your life, which is causing you to overuse on a substance. So a message to people is, if it becomes legal, is to treat it as if you would not abuse alcohol, something that you'd maybe only have on weekends or recreationally in a evening after work kind of environment.
But don't depend on it.
Don't depend on it.
Because there are dangers if you do.
You can get addicted to sugar, you can get addicted to food, you can get addicted to sex and drugs and everything else, and that is where the issue comes in.
I see. Well, Andrew, thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you very much for having me.
That was Andrew Stoller. He is from the Anti-Drug Alliance, joining us to talk about the legalization of marijuana. You are watching Our City. Stay tuned. We'll continue with this conversation after the break.